if there's excess heavy flow or anything like that, if there's any accidents there in front of the casino. They also do some dual training together. So it's just basically a type of service contract, and it gives protection to the city from the standpoint if the our police did have to go on their land to enforce anything or to assist them in any matter. So it's an extension of the existing contract. It's been in effect since 2007. It was extended, I believe, in 2010 to April 2011, and then they wanted to extend it from then until next September, which will be 2012, 9/2012. And they did send us the $100,000, which is what they've been paying.
Okay, any questions here?
The only question I have is the check was actually dated the 1st of September.
It was lost.
You heard that thing about the checks in the mail?
Actually, it was on somebody's desk, and they thought they'd already sent it to us. But then they found out they had.
So it was on their desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't on ours.
It wasn't on our, it wasn't here.
So did we have conversation with them prior to September about this check?
We had numerous conversations in the past with them, trying to see what their position was going to be after April. A letter that stated that the contract has run out. You have all of that, right?
Yeah, there were several letters written on behalf of the city, saying, we extended the contract, what y'all want to do with this, where we're going, let us know. And they heard nothing, the city heard nothing, this went on for months. And then apparently the ECI board met in September, and at that point it was on their agenda, and that's when they actually said, let's extend it, let's send them $100,000. And then, so they signed off on it, they wrote the check, and they put it on somebody's desk. And so when I contacted them, they said, oh no, we've already sent you the check. And then I said, no, we haven't received the check, we need to research it. And kind of find out it was in the accounting department on somebody's desk.
So when they sent the check, did they have a lease agreement at the time? With
That
the check, or
extension.
they just wrote us the check?
No, they sent us, it came with the extension that you had in front of you.
So did they write this extension?
Yes.
Was this sent to you?
Yes. This was mailed directly to me after I asked them to please find out where the check was.
So they wrote this extension but never
Right,
put it in.
right.
Okay, any further questions? Okay, item 2, Gardner is not here yet, and I think if this is correct, he said he would be here for the 7 o'clock meeting. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I think he's coming back with the same thing, but I don't know the money figure.
5,000, is that what it was last year?
Yes, sir.
For he would be here to speak to this in the regular council meeting. Okay, item 3, contract for drug task force. Gina, you want to handle that?
Well, I reviewed this afternoon, and there was 2 things that we're going to need to address. One is the statute that enables the city to enter into a contract with a county agency or another agency actually has to have a deadline. It cannot exceed 3 years, and that's not in the contract. So I called Patrick Kingston to see if he had actually drafted this agreement, and because all it's going to really require is that where the authorized signatures are on the back page, it was stated it would only be a period of 3 years. That's all that needs to be done. If that's fixed, then everything else looks fine. The other part of the statute that deals with the approval of the agreement requires that the city, that although the county could have passed it by resolution, the city must adopt it by ordinance of general and permanent operation. So that means that would require 2 readings, or either the council will have to unanimously consent to the way that so it needs to be put on the agenda for the next meeting, is what I'm saying.
But this is not anything outside of the contract that we already have?
No, this is,
in place for this?
yeah, this is basically an extension, even though it doesn't say extension, it's just a redo of the drug task force, which to my understanding is already existing.
The difference that I see in it, last year we paid $38,000, and that's what we budgeted for this year, and this is for $75,000. So it is more money, and when we do a budget revision, in the spring, we have to make
Now,
those
did-
changes.
Can you
Deputy,
speak on that, because I didn't get a hold of
Yeah.
you.
Deputy Chief, somewhere in that thing, in confiscations and things like that, when that is, things are sold, don't we get some consideration back?
We do, and for the past 2 years, well, prior to 2008, the city of Wetumpka was paying $75,000 per year to be a part of the task force.
That's right.
And because of the asset forfeitures and some surplus monies from the grant that the task force gets from the government, they were able to help us reduce
Okay.
the 75,000 to the 38,821. Their grant from the government this year is considerably lower than where it has been in the past. And if you allow me, in 2009, 2010, the grant from the task force was $276,000. And they were able to use that money to help us offset some costs. But grant allotment for the 11-12 fiscal year is $97,600. And they're only asking the city to go back to what the city was paying prior. They have asked the PCI and the Yolo County Sheriff's Office for much more.
Okay, so we're back to the original before we got the reimbursement.
Correct.
I knew we'd been at 75 or something like that.
Are we the only municipality
No.
is, I don't see the other municipalities listed here, I do see folks
Really,
creating,
trying
trying to
to,
release.
they're the only ones participating in with is trying to get back into the program.
Yeah, I thought we were the only municipality, so.
But at one point, there were more of us in it, right?
All
But
those
the rest of the municipalities have
3
dropped
counties.
out.
Yeah, and Targa, Chilton, and Elmore.
3 counties, but the task force is that.
Okay. All right, any further questions on this? Okay, then item 4 would be fire station renovations. Got you some material.
Continue with the theme of renovations being expensive. I apologize for just getting to y'all late. What that is a spreadsheet on the front that sort of lists some projects, and then a lot of photographs on the back there that sort of reinforce the need for some of these. Basically, we began with the issue with the 40-year-old fire station that was, had never been renovated in the living areas. And as you can see in some of the pictures, we've had some water coming in because of a drainage issue, and sort of necessitated going and opening up some walls, pulling some paneling, some 40-year-old brown paneling off the wall, and some floor tiles popped up, and we had some mold and other rot type issues that we were concerned about. So we came up with a project to renovate the living areas, and as you can see, that's the first one listed, the framing, drywall, insulation, and electrical changes to address those concerns in the living area that I talked about. And the cost of that project is $4,338.71. That's your top one. In addition to that, we researched the drainage problem that we've had that sort of led to this, and came up with a plan to correct that, so we're not back in the same boat shortly. And that is a $1,500 project. Although I was told from Ms. Janice that those two projects would be separate as far as Public Works would look at it, you're over $5,000, and just for an effort to be forthcoming, we've listed both of those. But also, I think Councilman Carter mentioned about when you open up walls or start tearing apart, you find other things. And these are some of the other items that we've come up with that have been recommended by one trade specialist or code issues. There's just a lot of things in there that we've addressed with separate projects as it goes through the list.